can we stop? Can we stop making these? This isn't good design. I can show you. Come with me. I will show you how to make your own bows. It is really simple. You can decorate for the holidays for a lot less money with a little bit of skill, and I'm going to show you how. All right, to get started, you're going to need some basic supplies, and I put some of those supplies in my Amazon storefront. So go to the link in my bio, you'll get to my storefront, and you'll see under the design category, I put some things together that you're going to want to start out with first. But what you're going to want to find is a package of florist wire. These are straight stems. The perfect weight for this, I put into my Amazon store, and the packages usually have like a dozen or 20 stems in it, so you'll have more than enough to get you through the season. You're also gonna need a good scissor. You need something that you can cut through ribbon with to make a nice clean cut, so make sure you have something that is sharp. Okay, what type of ribbon do I need? Well, that's a great question. So first of all, let's talk about the different sizes of ribbons. I have two here. This is a standard velvet ribbon that you see at the holidays. It's beautiful, it works great. This is a number 9. Number 9 is 1.5 inches wide, and this is just a velvet ribbon that is not a great bow to start with as a new bow maker, because you can see already, when I make my loop, it wants to flop over and not hold structure. So until you've had a little bit more practice, I would recommend starting with a wired ribbon. And this is a good example of a wired ribbon. This is a number 40 ribbon. That's 2.5 inches wide. And all it means is that the manufacturer has put wire into the edges so that when you go to make a bow out of it, look how easy that loop holds up. It's not gonna flop over on you. It's gonna hold shape beautifully. And then when it's made, you can kind of rearrange it a little bit because the wire is forgiving and it'll just let you push it around. So choose first whether you want a number 9 or a number 40. And the number 40 I use for making big wreaths, or if I have a very large package, I'm gonna use this because it makes such a big full bow. And I'm gonna use a number 9 if I'm doing maybe small bows that go into a centerpiece, or maybe if I'm making a presentation of flowers and I want a bow on it, I would do a number 9. I'm getting glitter all over my dining room table. I don't like the glittery stuff. I like more natural fabrics, and I found this one last year on sale. This is like a flannel ribbon, but it has the wire in it. So I get all the benefit of being able to make my loops, to make a bow, and it holds structure. So this is a really good option. You can also find red velvet ribbon that has wire in it, and that's what I put in my Amazon store. So if you like the classic red velvet, but it has wire in it, go check out my store. So I'm gonna start off today using something I don't normally use at home, which is a glittery ribbon. I'm using this for my daughter's school. We're decorating the school for the holidays, and they asked if we could donate some decorations. And I said, well, I can make bows. And of course you go to the store and you look at the bows that are available and you see those ugly ones I just showed you, and they're flat because then they can put a lot in a box and they can ship it, but it doesn't have as much pizzazz. Now, if you go to that same part of the store where the bows are hanging and you look down at the bottom of the shelf, you can find this entire 75 feet for $7.98. This was at Walmart, $7.98. Wait until the holidays are over and you can go buy this for half off or less because they don't want to restock it. So go buy it at the end of the season and save it for next year. There's a whole bin full of stuff I bought last year at half price. It always comes from the store with a straight cut, and we like to make an angled cut to start with. So just go ahead and give that an angled cut. Now take your ribbon and make a loop. The tail needs to hang down to be about the same length as the piece sticking up. No matter how big your bow is going to be, you have to start with small loops in the middle, so it fills the center. So you're making a loop and you have a tail. Take your piece that's hanging, twist it, and turn it back out the other side. So now I have 2 loops, one this way, one this way. Make sure they're the same size. I just pull it up like this, make sure they're the same size, gather that together and twist. We're just going to keep doing this until we get the size bow that we want. So here's another loop, twist. Now I'm back to this side. Another loop, twist, back to this side. Another loop. Now I have 3 here, 2 here. And each time I'm making them just a little bit longer. Twist, another loop, twist. See? So easy. Please stop buying the others. Keep twisting. I'm gonna do 5 loops. Pull out some more ribbon. There's a 5th loop, and come back to this side with a 5th loop. I've made a total of 10 loops on here, and all I did was twist at each turn. So I don't like glittery stuff like this, but it's gonna look great at school. Okay, now there's glitter all over my dining table. All right, so we're gonna cut this on an angle, and then pull out whatever length you want as a tail. I'm gonna go with that. No particular reason why, I just like it. Now, in this case, I'm taking this tail and I'm pinching it back into here. Now keep in mind, the entire time, my thumb stayed up here and my 2 fingers at the bottom held here. And I just kept adding those pinched pieces in. I'm gonna pull it forward so it's at the front. And this is where my wire comes in. Now we could tie this, if you're doing it for a package, you would want to tie this off here and make a much larger piece. But in this case, I'm using it for a wreath or for decorating on garland, taking my wire around to where my 2 fingers are. And this is where you want to pull tight and twist. Look at that. Pull this up and pull your loops to shape your bow. Now, how easy was that? And isn't it prettier than that flat, ugly thing that they're selling at the store? Make your own bows.